artists, my name is Maddie Grace and welcome to my art studio. As you can tell, I love to paint so much. I've been painting for about a year now, which is kind of crazy. Now I just want to share with the world what I love to do. I want you guys to see what I'm doing and fall in love with it and want to do it yourselves. For today, I think I want to start a painting of the new River Gorge Bridge. So I live in West Virginia and this place is absolutely beyond beautiful. There are so many just pretty places to go out and sit and look. If you haven't come to West Virginia, you need to come visit this place, especially if you're into art and the painting. I mean, you can definitely get inspired. So I say let's just go ahead and jump right on into the video. The first thing I'm going to do is grab my canvas, voila, right here. This is a 16 by 20. I usually paint landscapes on 16 by 20s, and like all of the paintings I've sold so far, which is quite a bit, have all been 16 by 20s, which I find very odd. But yeah, a lot of my paintings are 16 by 20s, which I love because I think it's like the best size canvas, if that's possible. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but I think it's just the perfect size. Throwing that over there, I'll clean it up in a second. Okay, so yeah, this painting, you can literally get everything from Walmart if you want to paint with me today. So also grab this. This is a new and fresh bottle can. What do you call this? I don't know. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what this jar is. Oh, jar. It's not a can, it's not a bottle, it's a jar. This jar, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Anyways, this is acrylic gesso and I'm just gonna cover the entire canvas in it. So yeah, I'm just gonna squirt a little bit of this on my palette here. It's a little dirty. I literally just spent like an hour scraping it off with my palette knife to do this video because I was really excited to use my ring light and make a video. Oh, also forgot, 1 second. I also just got an apron at Walmart, which I already got paint on it from the other day. But yeah, I'm gonna start painting in an apron because how cute, right? Anyways, hopefully by next video you guys will see what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna have like my Mad Art Designs logo in here and a bunch of splatter paint colors, so then if I get paint on it, you know, it's fun, it's cool, it's trendy, you know? But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on real quick before I start painting. And also, this thing was like super big, so I just like cut it in half so I can tie it now. So if you get this from the art section, you should do that. So you can just, if you're not into sewing and stuff like me, and you just want it to be quick and easy, just get a little snip and then you can tie. So I'm just gonna put a very generous dollop of daisy of gesso on this. I already got paint on me, you know what?
It's fun.
I'm gonna grab just a really, usually I like to like move my bristles around before I stick it in paint because I feel like they get like, I mean, I wash my brushes out of course, but they get a little hard sometimes, like after they've been sitting. I just like to like, you know, move them around with my hands, get them all moving and grooving again before I put the paint on there, so, or the gesso on there. So yeah, I'm just gonna hold my little palette here. My mom thought that, I'm not trying to embarrass you, Mom, sorry, but I thought I should tell my viewers, I think I just got paint in my hair. While wearing an apron, I need a shower cap too. So my mom thought this hole was for like the artists to put their water cups in, and I was like, I don't think so, Mom. And I wasn't, like, I've been painting for like a year after she told me that, and I was like, I don't think that's a thing, but I mean, I've never taken an actual art class before. Sorry if I disappointed you, artists listening out there. But then I looked it up just to make sure I wasn't crazy, and I was like, how is water supposed to fit in there? And I told her, no, you're supposed to stick your thumb in the hole and grab this part like this, like that. See, you don't even have to have a palette. Literally, you can use like a paper plate or something if you want. I like a palette. It makes me feel more official. But let's speed this video up real quick, and you guys can watch me give this a good gloss in. So yeah. And you see, even that giant dot wasn't enough. I really like to get mine a really good and thick gesso layer on there. So if that's not enough, just keep adding it on. Like, honestly, I feel like you can't have enough of this stuff on your thing. Like, honestly, this stuff, it just really helps smooth up the canvas and makes the paint not like seep into the canvas so much. It gives it like a hard a hard background first. You can also use this to dry on there as like a more of a textured layer underneath if you want to like make it textured first and then paint over top of that. It's really whatever you want, but I'm gonna give mine a little bit of a thicker layer, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more on the bottom. So once you get it to where you like it, just let that dry. I always let my gesso dry before I put any of the actual paint on there, so I'm gonna let this dry for a little while and then I will be right back. So if you're a beginner painter, this little setup here, I actually got, when my boyfriend got it for me from Hobby Lobby. I got a lot of my art supplies there. They have so many great tools for artists out there, so if you haven't been, definitely go give it a look. That's where I get the majority of my stuff to paint. But anyways, if you're a beginner artist, all you need is my canvas, a couple brushes, my palette, some paper towels, and a cup of water. And I think that's it. And just some paint. Like, if you're starting out, these are like the basic things you need. Hi, I just got done letting this canvas dry. It's all completely dry now. You can just run your hands over it, and if no paint comes off, you're good to go. I just wanted to show you guys a watercolor painting I just did probably, I think, 2 days ago of the new River Gorge Bridge. So it's going to be kind of similar to this. This is actually the first watercolor painting I've ever done. I'm going to grab my Bob Ross oil paint here in the color Phthalo Blue and just put a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put some of my colors on the canvas, and I'll hold it up in a second for you guys to see just a little bit to start off with. I'm going to put a lot of white on there. A lot of white. This one isn't Bob Ross. This one's Master's Touch. It doesn't really matter whatever kind you want to use will work. Mine came from Hobby Lobby, like most of the stuff that I'm using today. So I don't open this one yet. This is a new tube, by the way. I'm going to add some of my cadmium yellow. Just a little bit on there. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of crimson, maybe, for a little pink touch, just in case. Now, the best thing about using oil paints is that it takes a very long time to dry, which also can be a bad thing sometimes. It just depends on how long you want to work on your piece, and it just depends on a lot of things that you want to do. But oils are really good for blending out, and if you want to go back and then change things and you don't want to feel rushed, oil paint is definitely a good choice. And I'm just going to go ahead and dip right on in to this phthalo blue color. Just like that. And I'm going to add in a touch of white to blend it out for the sky, because I like my sky to be like a little bit lighter. If you need to grab some paint thinner and dip your brush in that, sometimes it helps the paint go on a little bit smoother. So if you are into that, feel free to go ahead. I just went and added a little bit of paint thinner to my jar. My paint wasn't spreading out as well as I'd liked it to. And hopefully it just mix this in a little bit. Hopefully this will just let the paint spread across the canvas a lot easier, I'm hoping. Let's give this a try. Look how much better that is. Works like magic. If you guys have ever watched Bob Ross, then you kind of know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Which I'm sure if you're an artist, you have. He is an amazing, talented person. And if you've never watched him before, you should go to Netflix right now and give him a good watch in, because he is so talented. It's crazy. I really would like this channel to actually be like the 2019 version of Bob Ross's channel. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? You guys can't answer that trick question. Whenever I get closer to the bottom here to the middle, I'm going to add a little bit more white, because I just want it to be a little bit lighter towards the bottom. As you can see in this little tiny picture, it's a little bit darker at the top, and then it fades to a lighter shade of blue at the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to dip into the white a little bit more and just blend that out a little bit. like Bob Ross would say, it's your world. So honestly, it doesn't have to look exactly like mine. It doesn't have to look exactly like this picture. You can just add in or take away whatever you like. And if it doesn't work out, then if you're using oil paint, you can always go back in and cover it up and change it. So no worries. Art is supposed to be a de-stressor. It's supposed to relax you and be really, really fun where you can be creative. So definitely don't get stressed out. And if you are getting stressed out, take a break and come back to it. Okay, so I think I want my water. Sometimes I just like go away to be right there maybe. Finish painting the sky for today. I'm probably not gonna finish the whole painting today, so next time you see me, I'll be in a different outfit. Let's just keep dipping in. I'm gonna add a little more white, like I said. I want it to be a lot lighter on the bottom. Sometimes it's harder to mix different shades of oil paint, I think. But the more you work at it, the better you'll get. So don't stress out. Share whatever you decide to do with your painting. Going to look fabulous. So as you can tell, this is where my mountains are gonna be. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more paint at the bottom of this. See, that's just like a little bit of a lighter shade. Might start off making my clouds with this little tiny fluffy-ish brush. I'm just gonna grab some of the other side of this, just pure titanium white color for some clouds. Because in the sky here, it looks really, really bright and pretty, and I kind of want to recreate that look. So what you're going to do is, just grab some titanium white, do little tiny baby circles, and it makes really pretty clouds after you blend them out. So just little circles wherever you think they should belong. And the more you blended that you do, the softer cloud you're going to get. The more sharp white you leave in there, the more bold it's going to look. If it doesn't turn out perfect the first time, leave it, don't get mad at it, and come back and fix it later, and I know you will eventually get it, so don't worry. I'm gonna back up. Sometimes if I back up and see the whole painting from a different point of view, it gives me a new perspective on it. So I'm just gonna step back really quickly, and if you want to get a better view of your painting, or a different view, a different side view, get up, stand around. Sometimes I hold my paintings up in front of a mirror, and I think they look so much better in front of a mirror. Like if I hold it up in front of a mirror and I think, wow, that looks great, and I know it's done. But comment down below if you hold your paintings up in front of a mirror. I found that's really weird. Sometimes I'll look at my painting and I'm like, I don't know about it, and then I'll hold it up in a mirror and I'm like, wow, that looks beautiful. If you don't like your painting, hold it up in front of a mirror and see if you like it after that. You never know. So I'll be right back. So I think I'm just gonna take my big fluffy brush now and blend over those clouds and call it good. And if I just want to make them softer, I'm just gonna kind of lightly blend in an upward motion, not really pressing hard on the canvas, just really letting the bristles kind of glide across the canvas really, really lightly if you want that fluffy motion. See, and the good thing about oil paints for skies, you can do this. For acrylics, it might already be dry, so it just really depends on what you're going for, how fast you want to do your painting. And then if you lightly glide your brush across, just blends the whole thing together. Really, really nice. Alright guys, I'm back and I've changed outfits. And I'm ready to get back into painting. So I'm gonna go ahead in with my sap green. I'm still using oil paints. I decided I think I want to do the whole painting in oil paints. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Bob Ross oil paint in the color sap green and add a little bit of that to my palette. Okay. And if you're trying to make like a outside woodsy green color, I always mix a little bit of brown in with my green. It makes it look more outdoorsy. It makes it look more natural. So I'm also gonna squirt a little bit of the Van Dyke brown onto the palette right next to that green. I'm gonna go in with my 1-inch fluffy brush and I'm just gonna go dip right on in to that green shade. And whenever you're mixing in the brown with the green, you want it to be like 3/4 green and like 1/4 brown, because you really want the green to show up. So once you get a really good green shade that you're happy with, you're just gonna go right on in and a tapping motion, just tap all of that green into the mountain range that you think it belongs to. And it's okay if it's not perfectly like in line, because you can see here in the picture the mountains go in like a wavy motion, so it's okay if they're not like in a straight line. It's gonna look more realistic if it's not. Grab wherever you want your water line to be. You just start right there and pull down. Grab the same color, a little bit darker usually, on your brush, whatever the tree color is, and all you want to do is just pull straight down, and it makes little tree reflections like that. We're gonna add water lines in here in a minute, so you'll be able to see the difference where the actual trees are from where there's lawnmowers outside. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna keep painting. I'll talk to you guys in a second. I think the people who were mowing our lawn have finally finished up, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what I've been doing for the past few minutes. I've just been grabbing a little bit of the green shade I made up here with the brown and the green mixed together. Grabbed a little bit of that with a lot of the blue and a little touch of white, and I just mixed all that together up here with a lot of white. And I just covered the entire canvas with that and the flat brush. And then I'm going back in where I put those reflections and like a deeper shade of this with a lot more green. Added a lot more green to that. And then I'm going back in. You can see in the water how it's darker on the outsides and lighter in the middle. Right now I'm just filling in where those reflections were, and I'm just dragging it across just like that and adding in a darker shade where those reflections are. And I'm gonna re-put the trees back in, but I just want the water to be a lot deeper on the outsides than it is in the middle. And then I'm gonna go back in right here and add some white where those clouds were. So just letting you guys know what I was doing while those people were mowing our lawn outside. So. So I think I'm just gonna add a few little white dots up into back here. Just a little tiny line of white right there where it's splashing. Next, I'm going to go back in with the trees and add some more detail. So in the picture, it looks a little bit darker in this section, and it kind of goes across the middle. It's about right there, and it looks a little bit darker. Dips down and comes back up, which I kind of started that already. But you can see a lot of different shades in there that are really blended out. So I'm going to go in probably with a smaller brush and add in a little bit more darker trees. From yesterday, and I'm just gonna mix a tiny bit of that with the green and yellow shades, just a few of those in there also, and then we're gonna go back in with the fluffy brush and blend it all out together. So I just grabbed another really tiny thin brush, and I'm gonna go in with that brown shade, and where I sketched in those lines, I'm just gonna cover it up with the Van Dyke brown. Alright guys, I think we're finally done. I really like how this turned out. I might add a little bit more detail later. I'm gonna let this dry though because it's oil, and then gloss it over, add a signature on it. But yeah, that is basically all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much if you watched the whole thing, for sticking with me, and hopefully you guys feel inspired, and I will see you guys in the art studio next time. Bye!